Welcome to San Diego, California, America's finest city. We're here at Snapdragon Stadium to watch one of the perennial jewels of the bowl season, the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Aztecs offense will get the ball first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And the Aztecs want to crank the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. It's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Aztecs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his man, it's Jordan. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run, played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Guys, let's think just for a minute about big picture San Diego State. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. And now he has a chance to go out and...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
The Aztecs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dropping back, it's Hayes. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Cunningham. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. The running back has it. Fights off a defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Under fire. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Hayes. Safe completion on the screen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job.
They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got him downfield. Speeding down the left side. Past the 30. Inside the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aztecs!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense offense has it. They're on the move. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he added the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Turning it on! He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Aztecs want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, San Diego State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The RPO, it's complete. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They go to the counter. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so Instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Inside the 45. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got it set up on the outside. There he goes.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply...
Gets away from one, finds room. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to get it in. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big 4th down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
Back to throw, it's Hayes. They got him! Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board. Snags it quickly on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit it as he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, and it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Aztecs send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it in this game there in San Diego, just another typical Holiday Bowl. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Holiday Bowl.
And the Aztecs will line up to kick off and start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. Finds a little space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Second down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Tar Heels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. It's caught. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They're working that left side. Open space at the 25. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Out of the gun, the inside give. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Handoff to the single running back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense. Get a fumble recovery and start your drive 1st and 10. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's really good discipline by this defense. It's on the 1-yard line. Everybody in the place is thinking it's going to be a run. Nice job keeping your eyes on your guys, making sure you played coverage. A few more downs to go, but that was impressive from this defense.
Trying to slam it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks.
Touchdown, UNC! They take the lead with the 6.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal. Are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The Aztecs want to pick up the tempo.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the Aztecs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab deep. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Working the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And the Aztecs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Runs through a tackle. Picks up the first down, still moving. Racing to the right. The 30. Past the 20. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle, and with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. They'll start this drive going to the air. Wide open downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Aztecs in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Snagged out of the air. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. They go to the ground. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Aztecs!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. He's looking to pass. They've got the screen set up. This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
And the Tar Heels just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll leave it with him.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Looking to pass, it's Hayes. Sends it downfield. Grabs it up the 25 in stride. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Dead center perfect.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays.
Oh, he's got some space. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Aztecs are in the hurry-up.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Quick release by the QB. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man on the right. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And runs through another guy. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone. The Aztecs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He'll run it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Looking to throw. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. But how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They could really use a few yards here on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 61-yard attempt. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cunningham. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air. It's Hayes. Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. It's Cunningham. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep two hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Okay, 1-possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
This time it's complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
The clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Shoots it to the left. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, at this point of the game, the defense now is substituting their personnel. They've got their dime package in the game. There's a lot of DBs out there. They know this offense is going to have to throw the football to climb back in this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.